Dictionaries are collections of pairs having a key and a value. And dictionaries are created much like we create lists. Other than using square brackets, we use curly brackets. And each item in the dictionary consists of a pair of the key and a colon and then the value. So in this example, I've created a dictionary called colors. And then inside my curly brackets, I have a pair of a string of red, colon, and a string of hashtag FF0000. And that is the hexadecimal value for red. Then I have a comma separating the next value, which is green, and the value is 00FF00. And a comma and the next value of string of blue, colon, the value is a string of 0000FF, and so forth. I can access any of those items in the dictionary by passing the name of the dictionary and in square brackets the name of the key. So if I print colors in square brackets blue, what I'm going to get printed out is the hashtag 0000FF, or the hexadecimal value for blue. I can specify a new value to be added to my dictionary by the name of the dictionary and then in square brackets telling it the new key equals and then the new value. Now if that key exists, so let's say instead of gray I'd put red there, it would update the value for red in the dictionary. So it both adds and updates. So in the next example here, colors gray, I've set it equal to B3, B3, B3. I'm going to change that value of gray. To get rid of an item from the dictionary, we can use the del command or delete command. And I simply say del colors, and what I want to get rid of in this case is going to be gray. There's not an option for sorting the dictionary. However, you can do that with the sorted method within a loop. So here I have for my key, in sorted colors.keys. I'm going to take all those keys, red, green, blue, yellow, cyan, so forth, sort those alphabetically, and I'm going to go through those in my loop using each of those keys as a value called my key. And with my key, then I simply print the 0 placeholder, the 1 placeholder, and I'm formatting that with mykey.upper, and I'm going to give it a field of 15 with ellipses or periods after that, and then concluding with the value of colors indexed my key. And here then is the output for that print loop. Let's take a look at another example inside of Python.
So I've already created a Python application in which I used a dictionary called courses and set several pairs of a key and a value. So in this case my key is CIS 105. And then my value is Survey of Computer Information Systems. And then a comma, and notice that these are all string values, so they're enclosed in single quotes. You could use double quotes. Comma, my next pair, CS150AB, colon, and a string of Object-Oriented Programming Fundamentals. Comma, CS156 is my third key, colon, and its value is Python level 1, comma, fourth one, CS162AD, colon, C# programming level 1, and so forth. Notice that these are enclosed in curly brackets. So it's one difference between a dictionary and a list. A list you would use square brackets. And of course you wouldn't have pairs. These would just be individual items that are comma separated in a list. So remember, dictionaries are pairs, key value, curly brackets. And then to start the program for the user, I'm going to display the title, Mobile App Academy at South Mountain. I'm going to set a variable called choice of z. This is going to be our sentinel value. And once it hits an x, then we're going to exit out of this while loop. So everything else is contained in the while loop. And we're going to print the menu. And then print a menu for the user to choose the action they want to perform. And so I have my program running over here. Here's my menu. We're going to have them enter a letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, or X. And you can see what the different ones do. We're going to go through each one of these one at a time. And the X is the sentinel value to exit the program. This is then all going to run in a while loop. So the first one is A, show all courses. I have a series of an if elif sequence. And so if choice is equal to uppercase A, because I set the input to an upper, I want to print all the classes sorted by key. Now, as I mentioned earlier, dictionaries don't have a way of sorting per se as part of the dictionary class, but we can sort the keys using the sorted method that's a part of Python. So I'm going to print first a little header here. It says show all course ID dash title. And then here's my loop. For my key, in sorted courses dot keys. So I'm going to take the keys method that returns all the keys of courses. It's going to basically be a list of items, and we're going to sort those. And then, once they're sorted, we're going to go through a loop one at a time, starting with the first one, and we're going to print whatever the my key was, and then we're going to call courses element my key, and that'll give us the description with the hyphen in between. And notice I'm going to left justify my key with 8 spaces, so my descriptions all line up really nicely. Okay, so let's try that over here while it's running. I'm going to type in an A. And so here is the show all courses ID hyphen title header. And here are all those courses in alphabetical order, even though the dictionary was not in alphabetical order. Since we're in a loop, it comes back and shows the menu again. So our second menu item is show just the course IDs. It's basically the same thing. All I'm changing is the print statement here. So I'm only printing my key. So I'm using a loop again with the sorted values, and there are all the course IDs. Back to the menu as part of the while loop. Next choice is C. We're going to show specific courses. So we're going to get from the user the course ID. That'd be something like CIS 156. And then if that course ID is in courses, then we're going to print, as we did before, the course ID in the title. Else, we're going to say it was not found in the course dictionary. So let's run that. And I'll put in CIS 162 AD. And I'm showed that CIS 162 AD is C# programming level 1. And back to the menu. Now if I do C again and I just put in a partial, let's just put in CIS 162. It does not find that. It's got to find the complete key. And so here we have the CIS 162 was not found in the course dictionary. So the next choice D is add or update a course. And so here we have elif choice is equal to D. I'm going to print my header, and we're going to print this will update a course or add it if it doesn't already exist. So I'm going to ask for course ID. I'm going to ask for a title, and then we're simply going to call courses element course ID equals title. If that course ID is not a key in my dictionary, it will add the key and the value, which is my title. If it is in the dictionary, it's going to update the title for the existing course ID. And then I put print just a message back to the user that we added or updated. So let's try that and type in a D. And my course ID is going to be CIS 163 AA. The title is going to be Java Programming Level 1. And I'm told it was added or updated. And if I then do an A again, I should see it reflected in the list. And there is my CIS 163 AA Java Programming Level 1 added in. The next item is to delete a course from the list. Oh, before we do that, let's update one. So let's do D again. And this time I'm going to do CIS 105. That's our Survey of Computer Information Systems. I'm going to shorten that. So we'll do Survey of CIS. So it was added or updated. Let's check it out. We'll do an A to list all the courses. And there is CIS 105, Survey of CIS. Next we'll do an E to delete. And the course I'm going to delete here is CIS 163 AA. And I have it verified that I want to delete. So let's take a look at that code here while it's running. Here's my elif choice is equal to E. We're going to print the header remove a course, ask them to enter their course ID to be removed. We've already done that. I put in 163AA. If course ID is in courses, we're going to make sure it's actually there. We're going to print the course, which we've done. And then we're going to have another input of, are you sure you want to delete this course? Yes or no. So if I said no here, it doesn't do anything. This only goes on if confirm.upper equals an uppercase Y. So now if I list everything, we should still see 163AA in the list, and we do. Let's delete it this time. And I'm going to type a yes or a Y. I do want to delete it. It tells me CS163 was removed because now it's executing this information here. So if confirm.upper is equal to Y, we're going to delete courses element course ID, and then we're going to print that course ID removed. Let's make sure it actually removed it. I'm going to do an A again, and you'll notice that 163AA no longer exists in the list. I also put in a value here of F equals show all upper division courses. So here is my elif choice is equal to F, show all 200 level courses. And again, I'm going to print my header. And then for course ID in sorted, courses.keys, basically the same thing we did before. I just changed my key to course ID. If course ID is greater than or equal to CIS 200, so I can do a comparison of my keys, and as long as the key is greater than CIS 200, meaning it's a 200 level course, I'm going to print the course. If it's a 100 level course, I'm not going to print it. So let's try that. Let me do F. I get my 4 200 level courses of 233DA, 262AD, 265, and 265DA. And the last option is X, and there's no elif choice equals X, because if I choose an X, we come back up into our while loop before we print the menu, the while loop is going to execute because choice is now X. So the while loop executes as long as choice is not equal to X. So if I do an X, you can see my program has ended in the shell. If you just jumped into this video and haven't seen the prior videos to this, I invite you to check out my Python playlist of videos. And if you'd like to be alerted to future videos that I create, you can click my picture up in the top right and subscribe to the channel.